You're watching the Hurley Pro Sunset Beach presented by Shiseido. Stop 2 of the season. The World Surf League Championship Tour. What a year it's going to be. As all roads lead to the WSL Finals, it will be exciting to watch M.Cibilic can find himself at the Rip Curl WSL Finals once again. He was a rookie last year and still feels brand new in a lot of ways, but he accomplished a whole lot. I'm sorry, Morgan, you're not, an underdog anymore. You've competed for a world title already. As we had a wave ridden right off the buzzer during the break, O.Wright got a start.
Big, tall Australian goofy footer. Beautiful snap. 2-turn combination for a 4.93 to get started.
There's a couple wash throughs and the end ball's chomping, so it's pretty exciting out there. Lots of work.
We spoke about the nervousness of the elimination round. A lot of excitement at the end of that heat. How are you feeling coming off a great wave?
I mean, you feel like you're competing against the ocean out.
I'd like to throw a big shout out to a Sunset local legend, Paul Lindo, who suffered a spinal injury on Thanksgiving Day. He's on his road to recovery. His spirits are high and he's very positive. Can't wait to see him back on his 7-Eleven Pat Rawson here on an 8-footer at Sunset very soon.
Get well, mate. And then back to, just quickly, while this set's kind of made a bit of a mess of the lineup, Morgan looking for a double-up chip in on the whitewater corner here.
Looks like Cibilic wants to lay down that rail. Aggressive fade into the pocket. He's forced to kick out very quickly. Big impression on early events. He was invited by Duke Kahanamoku himself to compete in his events here at Sunset Beach in the 60s.
What an honor that is, and what a great man, and love to all of his family, and thank you to him for everything he did for us and our sport and culture.
As we look at O.Wright, going a quick snap off that first section, a lot of water on his heels. Beautiful, clean backhand snap for Owen. Backhand float to feel his way through the end of this wave. Job well done for O.Wright. The 3.27 is long gone. As we see the start again for Owen.
And you can see B.Kemper there had a decision to make. Do I go this? Do I use my priority or not? Decided against it. Owen's got a bit of time spent there behind the whitewater. Judges don't like that downtime, essentially, but these last 2 turns made up for it. And as you said, there was a 3.27 in there. So
let's see what happened here.
Well, Billy sat with priority for a very long time, but it feels like Owen didn't think he had the priority still. Great wave for Billy, who, as we watch him finish this one up on the inside. It was a long, arduous sort of, 18-minute wait for a wave.
And this is the moment, BL, right there. Owen up, but Billy has priority. And if you're going to cross the path of a surfer without priority, that's been an interference. We've seen that happen so many times. That's a tough blow for O.Wright, but well executed for Kemper.
Yeah, I wonder what Owen was thinking there. It'll be interesting to hear his thoughts on that situation, because it seems like it's not something he would do intentionally. He was in the lead. He had the 2 scores. He was in a powerful position in the heat.
As we look at that wave right before, we saw M.Cibilic make a move, and he couldn't catch up to it. So Billy had always had priority. Owen was deep, but then Billy knew that he had right-of-way. If you do cross the path of a surfer, that's going to be an interference. So that's called against O.Wright, a priority interference. You lose an entire wave. Now he's carrying a 5.67 at the moment.
Well, he needed to fade straight back and away from Billy on that whitewater takeoff, because at the point of takeoff, Billy wasn't there. So he kind of didn't even think about Billy until he started coming out of the whitewater engulfment.
Thanks so much, Rosie and Kelly Slater. What a morning he had, just trying to find his rhythm. Went against his gut feeling a few times in that matchup. It's barely survived against a hard swinging Koa Smith. We've got some catching up to do. Interesting moment catching to Kelly. We saw Billy and Owen on the same wave, and judges are reviewing that decision. Catching up to M.Cibilic, who's probably happy just to have a wave by himself. Up next, we'll also see Griffin Colapinto taking on Connor O'Leary and Jordy Lawler. Winding up now is Cibilic. Good for one maneuver, and he hops out. That he suffered on opening day, so he'll be back in the mix representing the northern beaches of Sydney, Australia. And now seeing that roll in, B.Kemper's up. Snap to start. Setting up that bottom turn. Looked a little turbulent, but now he's pulling in. Packs that inside section, but he'll go down. Everyone has a lot of expectations on Billy. They've seen him throw down perfect 10s in competition at this venue. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, it was a late whitewater drop into this one. And you could see the wall stretching across and how that wave was going to close out. So he had no choice there. Time's done.
Devastating heat for O.Wright, losing without priority interference and getting knocked out here in the elimination round. And what an effort for B.Kemper.